hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What is going on, entertainers? So time comes to y'all with another video. In this video, we doing Summer House. Okay, I do watch Summer House. I've been watching Summer House for like the past, like, I would say like 3-4 seasons. So I am familiar with most of the cast, at least the latest of the cast. So once with this channel, like I said, I'm gonna start doing other type of content on here. I know lately I've been dropping, I realized this too, Atlanta Housewives content. So we're gonna start doing other shows too. One of the shows that I want to do is that Calabasas show that I saw on Netflix, right? But we talking Summer House, and this is part 1 and 2 of the reunion. First of all, I'm only talking a little bit about part 1. Sierra looks so good walking out. Let me tell you something. Wes gives me serial killer vibes. I don't care what nobody says. Like, the way that he reacts to stuff, you can tell he's very angry on the inside, but he's trying not to show it. Because then everybody will be like, oh my God, now we see how you could get. This is what the cast means when they say he is breadcrumbing the audience. He's basically trying to make it seem like he's not as bad as a person as he's coming off as, or sometimes stuff he may say or do. So what he does is he tries to act, that, oh, he does the type of face so he could look a little bit more innocent. But so part 2, KJ brings up the fact that this whole situation is triggering him because his dad used to be a cheater and was basically a liar. And it reminds him of Sierra West. I will say, I feel like KJ needs to be off the show. And the reason why is because I feel like sometimes watching the show, I get scared for him because he talks a lot about his mental health. And doing these reality shows are not easy. Not that I've done it, but I've seen it, quite a many of them. In this specific type of reality show. These type of reality shows are what I call like lifestyle-based reality shows. Those are, to me, some of the hardest reality shows to be a part of because your life is exposed to everybody. It's not like a competition show where like we may not know who your mama is, who your brother or sister is. This type of show, they dig deep into your life. So we end up finding out a lot about you. And I feel like due to his mental health, a lot of the drama that is surrounding him, you could tell it really affects him like in a bad way. So I hope it's not to the point where he ends up doing anything that he may regret or ends up retreating back in his mental health. So that's something I do peep about KJ. Then they start talking about race. So they asked Sierra, they're like, oh, do you believe that Wes and Amanda, every time they kept telling you, oh, we see you, we see each other, that we see you type stuff when you would bring up race in a conversation about race. I'll say this. I think Wes understands. Amanda does not. And I'm gonna tell y'all why by the end of the video. I think Wes understands it. I feel like he does see Sierra and he understands the race of it all. But Amanda, I think all this time never liked her because she says something in that dressing room at the end of the episode that I was like, bet. And I know that hurt Sierra feelings. Okay. Sierra being a part of this cast, I don't know how she does it because I have white friends. I be around a lot of white people. Sometimes I don't feel uncomfortable or anything, but she's in close quarters with them. And they've all betrayed each other in some way or another. So her being one of the few black people, I would already have 3 million walls up because it's like, if y'all could do and betray each other and talk to each other crazy, I could only imagine what you guys would do to me, and I'm black. That's probably how Sierra feels deep down, but she cannot say that because Andy will never understand. Some of the cast will never understand unless you're black. Straight up. And I'm gonna stick by this opinion. Sierra, I do feel like needs to start dating more in her race. I don't know if that's like her type is usually wide, but we need to try a little melanin more, Sierra. You might like it. You know what I'm saying? You might enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Get you some BBC. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just feel like she needs to start dating in her race a little bit more. Not that I don't believe in interracial dating. I'm not against that. But I just feel like she's had so many bad experiences that it's like, hey, try the other side, just see what it do. And then if not, then you could, of course, start exploring more, right? Then they start talking about the race situation when in regards to Amanda. They asked Amanda how does she feel about Sierra, thinking that her and Wes never really understood and we're just saying it just to save face. Amanda gets very emotional. She's just like, like I started to feel like this whole thing is like really hurtful to me, and it's just I meant everything like I said. Like this whole thing is just hurtful. Here's Sierra. She's just like, no, you didn't. Okay, if it was really hurtful, you want me banging my ex. Sierra let us say that banging my ex. She's like, you're banging my ex, right? I don't believe Amanda, because if you could lie to Sierra multiple times about screw West and then you lie about other stuff, why would I believe you? Why would I believe you? And I feel like she only got emotional because it had a lot to do with race, and she doesn't want to come off as racist. She ends up walking off or whatever, and Wes does not follow her. Lindsay starts reaming into Wes so bad. I said, "Oh my god!" She was just like, "Why are you not going over there with him, with her, Wes? Huh? That's your girl. Man the fuck up and go to your girl." The way she was talking to him, Wes better than me, because I would have snapped. Because she was cussing at him crazy. I said, damn. You know what I'm saying? But she took it. Like he took it. He was just like, man, if I go, you guys are gonna like bitch that I go. Like, what the fuck? Like, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like a little irritated with it. The fact that Wes did not go and check on her immediately, and he had to be pushed to go and do it, that shows that he cares more about the fame in the show and his placement on the show than Amanda. Amanda, you're a plumb fool. That man will leave you the moment the next big opportunity or option comes by. A whole fool. He didn't even move his feet to say, you know what I'm saying? Like the butt didn't even come off the couch a little bit like, ooh. He just sit there playing it. Like that shows you everything right there. He don't care about you, babes. When are you going to wake up? Like, hello. You get what I'm saying? He was biting his lip all types of mad when Lindsay was yelling at him, okay? Now, to me, Lindsay made a good point when she was like, oh, I've sat on this couch like a million times with the whole cast coming at me and ganging up on me or whatever for years and years, and I never walked off. Now, those are the type of reality stars I'm going to always have respect for. The Kenyas, the Nenes. Nene kind of like goes back and forth, but like, those are the type of girls like the whole cast could be against them and they still not gonna budge. You gonna always get my respect, because it's not easy to have a whole group of people, a whole room of people just coming at you and you not break. Like it's a lot harder than I feel like it looks. So they end up bringing out Dara. Mind you, the whole time Lindsay's still on break. Okay, she's like, "Can you guys get the camera off me for like 5 minutes?" She's in the back like bawling, like crying or whatever. Why, I don't know, because it's like nobody put a GU into your head to sleep with that man, to deal with that man. I'm sorry. It's just like, come on now. So my sympathy for her is kind of like, it's nothing. It's nothing. Okay. You did not have to do what you did, and it could have avoided you so much trouble and headache. But instead, you decided to do that, and now they're looking at you crazy. I'm glad that Dara called out Wes, because she's friends with Wes. Basically, told him like, "Hey, you are not going to last with her because you can't even be man enough to like treat girls like they're not disposable. Because every girl you get, where you throw them away like they're a garbage can. You know what I'm saying? Like they're a piece of trash, right? Like you're gonna do her like everybody else." And I'm telling y'all, the moment she got up off that couch and he did not chase her, I said, "Oh, there you go, right there. He cared more about the show." Because why do you want to stick around for questions? Don't you think Andy has been doing this for like damn near 2 decades? The nigga old. He knows better. He not gonna ask questions that you would need to answer and you not there. Duh. Like he's not an idiot. So why would you not go and check on her and she's bawling, crying, breaking down because you scared about them asking questions that you need to answer? Goodbye. Like if both of y'all walk off, they literally gonna have to pause the reunion. They cannot continue with both of you guys off of that stage. They would only be able to continue with maybe one. That's why they kept going, because at least you were out there. So that to me was kind of dumb that he said that. But That was good that Dara basically called him out. They then talk a little bit about Jesse's music career. I remember when they first started talking about it, I thought it was a joke. I didn't know he actually went to school for music and all that. Like, that kind of gagged me a little bit. I'm like, oh, so like he went to school for music and all that. They show him playing the piano. He's classically trained. He's singing. He actually has a good singing voice. I do think though that he could be like the John Mayer type of artist. I could really see him in that lane. Then we talk about Carl. Carl, I feel like still has feelings for Lindsay. I think he still likes her, 100%. I think he still likes her. I think he still wants to screw her. Okay, and in my opinion, I feel like Carl is bisexual. That's a hot take. There's shade. He's a little bi. I think he's a little bi. He's a little try. I remember I think it was like the first season or something. They said that this one of the boys gave him top in college or something like that. I don't know. I just feel like he's very like metrosexual. I just get the vibes. You know what I'm saying? But I do still feel like he's into women. That's why I come to the conclusion I think he's bi. Not that that matters, but I'm saying maybe that's why he's down on Lex so much time in regards to relationships. You might want to date a man. It might work. But his bar is doing amazing. He said that the last 2 months have been profitable. For that to happen in this economy, that's extremely impressive. Right now, a lot of businesses that are like mom and pop type private small businesses that open up like that, they tend to not really last that long. So congrats to him for being able to pull that off because that's a big feat in this economy. I'm gonna tell Lindsay is really proud of him, and I feel like they might get back to it like in the later future. But the problem is Lindsay is demasculating. Like that's why she always will never end up being happy in a relationship because she likes to take men by the balls and literally squeeze them. Like you know that hurt, right? That's the type of girl she is. Okay, so Andy asked Lindsay and Kyle, they're like, hey, how do you feel about like how is it that you guys are monetizing the situation between Amanda and Wes or whatever? And y'all know the Bravo girls love podcasting or whatever. One thing about Bravo, once you go on Bravo, it's like a requirement to start a podcast after you get off of the show. You know what I'm saying? Some of them even cast while they're filming the show. You know what I'm saying? So Lindsay mentioned somebody, I believe it was Wes, like being on his tippy toes kissing Amanda. Let me find out that Amanda's like an Amazon, right? The podcasting thing, I feel like it's not to me 100% wrong because it's more wrong what you did, Amanda. Like, hello. You just mad that people are making money off of it. You could too. So no, I don't feel like it's that bad to be honest. Like they did it with the Scandival thing. This is another situation similar to it. So hey, everybody on Vanderpump Rules made a cute coin off of the Scandival situation, right? They also talk about Kyle and Amanda and their relationship brought problems. Let me tell you something. Kyle to me played as much of a role in the dissemination of that relationship just as much as Amanda. The only difference is Kyle was not disrespectfully cheating as Amanda was. That's just how I feel. But Kyle, you do not know how to talk to people, and you especially do not know how to talk to women. You demean the hell out of Amanda. You talk to her crazy. You calling her all types of dumbass. But when he said, you calling her, come here, dumbass. She's not your slave, right? You feel me? Y'all remember when Nene was talking about Sweetie? She said, come here, Sweetie. Like, I'm not your slave, Sweetie. Like, you talk to her crazy and you wonder why it pushed her away. It's because you're talking to her insane. And to me, he even tried to defend it. And he had to step in like, hey, you know you can't defend that, right? He a big narcissist. I said, God damn, that nigga don't give up like at all. So they talk about Wes stepping up. He's one of the few men that have stepped up and defended Amanda because the girls are the ones that usually stand up to Kyle. I said, how dreadful. That's embarrassing. I ain't gonna lie. So with that being brought up, Kyle was like, oh, like, I don't care what Wes has to say. He's never been in a relationship his whole grown life. I said, oh, let me shut up, bitch, because neither am I. Listen, don't try it though, y'all. I have been asked multiple of times, but it's just not for me right now. No shade. I want my career success first, and then I'll do that after. Okay, it's just a big distraction. It's too much drama. It's too much conflama. Like it's just like anytime y'all see me ever talk about having a nigga and all that, I'll just be talking, girl. Like, see, I get the real tea on this channel. Like, I just be talking, girl. Like, I just be talking. I'll entertain every now and then, but like, bye. Like, it's when Trump get off of office. How about that? So with him saying that, Wes was just like, man, you can't defend that. Like, you're calling all types of ass and all that. Like, that's not cool, bro. Like, Wes, you ain't right about a lot of stuff, but you're right. You're right. You are right. Because the way he talks to her is crazy. So they make this comparison about Kyle going out on like and Wes being a party guy, and they feel like, how could you leave somebody who's a party guy for another party guy? You're just gonna end up in the same situation. And there was a whole issue about them staying, both of Amanda and Kyle staying out till about 4 a.m. in the morning. And I'm like, ain't no place that good for me to stay out no 4 in the morning. 2 maybe, right? And then Amanda's like, but I'm single. And I'm like, you're single now. You weren't single then, okay? Kyle ends up getting angry, and this the thing that scares me with Kyle. Kyle the time he'll slap a bitch. You can't tell me nothing, because the way he gets angry, it's like erratic. He's like, man, like I don't care, like so you shut the up. I'm sick of you. And I'm like it's a little awkward. I'm like, oh my god, like it's like that came out of nowhere, nigga. Like it's no build up with him. Like he just go like he just get angry out of nowhere. Like it throws me off every time he does it. So I wouldn't be surprised if Amanda has stories. All right. So Kyle also gets exposed for his extracurricular activities, right? Y'all know with the Bravo world, they like to all sleep with each other. So apparently he was making out with Sally from Southern Charm, Megan from Orange County. Like they were all like he wasn't making out with Megan, but like he was seen out with her. So he kind of explained each situation. He said a Megan thing was kind of innocent. He said, let's go across the street. Kimura was across the street, so he went across the street with Kimura. Like it was light, simple stuff, according to what he says. I do think he probably Sally though, but he didn't want to say that. They go for break and then they FaceTime Meha. So Meha, I'm pronouncing it wrong, I know, was apparently Wes's girlfriend. Apparently Wes had a whole girlfriend the whole time and didn't tell nobody or like hid it because he felt like he told her bringing her on the show, it would not make his position valid because of the fact that she's not on Bravo, and it also said that he doesn't want the producers to pit you and Sierra against each other. All these excuses, and all I'm thinking is like, girl, you really believe that? You dummy. Okay, that boy wanted to have fun in the house while you sit at home, and that's exactly what he did, and you fell for it. How foolish. You know what I'm saying? I did kind of feel bad for her because she started getting emotional stuff like on the phone. Meanwhile, Wes and Amanda are talking. Wes says, oh, like, how are you feeling? Like, do you want me to jump in for you more? Because like I know Sierra like really gets under your nerves. I said, oh, you see what the fact that he said it in a way where like that was a general statement. That wasn't like a Sierra's really poking at you tonight or like today at this reunion. It was like overall, like she just is annoying as, and I'm like, so you've been not liking her. Bet. You see how the girls be fake? I couldn't believe it. Like when he said that, I said, okay, now I see it. Like Amanda, you never liked that girl. You just tolerated her because she was on the show with you. And y'all was besties for the show. That was about it. Okay. And that was pretty much the reunion. Part 3 is going to air next week. Once again, I love Summer House. Shame on you guys, Bravo, for canceling the Black Summer House. I had an idea. I'm not gonna say it, but you know, let me know what y'all think down below. And we're all babies.
Welcome to the house of entertainers, spilling all the tea on the famous. Lights, camera, action getting dangerous. Welcome to the house of entertainers. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Welcome to the house of entertainers.
Let me know if this makes sense. All right, I want to go to this festival, but it's a pride.